Hello everyone, myself Mr. Nimesh G. Gandhi. I am working as an assistant professor in Mechanical Engineering Department at Mahatma Gandhi Institute of Technical Education and Research Center, Navsari. Our subject is heat transfer. In this subject, we are going to discuss about classification of heat exchanger. First of all, we are going to discuss about what is heat exchanger. Then after, we are going to discuss about the classification or types of heat exchanger. First, introduction of heat exchanger. What is heat exchanger? So, a heat exchanger may be defined as an equipment which transfers the energy from a hot fluid to cold fluid with maximum rate and minimum investment and running cost. That is called as a heat exchanger. We cannot say that heat is transfer hot fluid to cold fluid. That is called as a heat exchanger. But heat exchanger means what? Energy is transferred from hot fluid to cold fluid with maximum rate of heat transfer and minimum investment and running cost. That is called as a heat exchanger. We can also say that another way, heat exchanger is a device used to transfer the heat between the one or more fluid. The fluid may be separated by a solid wall to prevent the mixing, or they may be in direct contact or indirect contact type heat transfer take place. That is called as a heat exchanger. So now there are the application of the heat exchanger in space heating, refrigeration, air conditioning, power station, chemical plant, petrochemical plants, petroleum refineries, etc. These are the application of the where we use the heat exchanger. The best example of the we are just consider here the heat exchanger is found in an internal combustion engine in which a circulating of fluid known as a engine coolant flow through radiator coil and air flow past the coil which cool the coolant and heat the incoming air. It means our IC engine radiator is another example of the heat exchanger. Now we are going to discuss about a classification of heat exchanger. The classification of heat exchanger is first classified is how to it classify according to heat transfer process. So there are two process will be there, direct contact type heat exchanger and indirect contact type heat exchanger. Indirect contact type heat exchanger further classify regenerators and recuperators. Okay, then after second classification is according to the flow arrangement of the fluid, parallel flow type heat exchanger, counter flow type heat exchanger and cross flow type heat exchanger. And third classification is according to geometry of the construction. So first saline tube type heat exchanger, coil type heat exchanger, plate type heat exchanger and tube fin and plate fin heat exchanger. So first of all, we are going to discuss about the first classification according to heat transfer process. So first is direct contact type heat exchanger. In direct contact type heat exchanger, the heat exchange of heat take place between direct mixing of hot fluid and cold fluid, and transfer of heat and mass take place simultaneously. And indirect contact type heat exchanger, it means what? Okay, in this type of heat exchanger, the heat transfer between two fluid could be carried out by transmission through wall which separated the two fluid. Okay, what is the now difference between indirect and direct contact type heat exchanger? In direct contact type heat exchanger, it means what? Okay, hot fluid and cold fluid are mixing with together and then after heat transfer take place, that is called direct contact type heat exchanger. But in indirect contact type heat exchanger means what? Okay, hot fluid and cold fluid which is separated by the any wall, and at that time heat transfer take place hot fluid to cold fluid, that is called indirect contact type heat exchanger. Okay, now we are just consider the one of the example of the direct contact type or open heat exchanger. Now you can see here one container is there. Okay, in direct contact type heat exchanger in which heat mix steam, this is your steam is there. Okay, and cold water is coming from the lower side, so that steam mixed with the cold water. Okay, so give its latent heat to the water. Okay, it means that steam is give its latent heat to the that cold water here. Okay, so at that time it will be condensed and hot water and non-consumable gas, okay, which leave the container. It means what? Direct contact type heat exchanger, that steam and cold water mix together. Okay, and that steam is give up its latent heat to the what? Cold water. So at that time that cold water becomes a hot water and then non-consumable gas will be go or leave to the container. It means your direct contact type heat exchanger, or we can say that open heat exchanger. Okay, now we are going to discuss about the indirect contact type. So already I told you what is indirect contact type heat exchanger. Now indirect contact type heat exchanger further classify in two way: recuperator and regenerator. So first of all we are going to discuss about the recuperator. So recuperator type heat exchanger is the most important type of the heat exchanger in which the flowing fluid exchanging the heat are on either side of the dividing the wall. It means what? Okay, you can see here hot, we are just considered here hot fluid is there, okay, and here we are just considered cold fluid is there, okay. So both are separated by the wall. This is your separated by the wall is there, okay. Now hot fluid will be passing through here and cold fluid will be passing through here. At the time heat transfer take place between that hot fluid to cold fluid, it will be passed here to here, and then after it will be it becomes a cold, and here we are just getting it will be warm. Okay, so at the time heat transfer take place, that is called recuperator type heat exchanger. It means divided by the wall. Okay, and at the time heat transfer take place between them. So we can also say that this heat exchanger are used when two fluid cannot be allowed to mix, when the mixing is undesirable. Okay, and this type of heat exchanger normally we can say that application or example will be automobile radiator, intercooler, preheater. These are the example, condenser. These are the example of the recuperator type heat exchanger. Okay, now we are going to discuss about a regenerator. Regenerator type heat exchanger, it means what? Okay, regenerator type of heat exchanger, the hot fluid and cold fluid pass alternately pass through the space and containing the solid particles in the matrix. These particles provide the alternately sink and source for the heat flow. Okay, now how it possible? So we are just consider here the upper side gas is passing, okay, and lower side here air is there. Okay, so first if we are passing the gas in this matrix, okay, so that matrix store or gain the heat from that gas, okay, store, okay, and that heat will be supplied to the air. Then after first hot fluid is coming here, that heat is transferred to the here, okay. So we can say that heat is extracted from the hot fluid in this matrix, okay, and then it will be delivered to the cold fluid. It means that gas heat is delivered to the air. But where first of all we are just passing the gas only, so gas transfer that heat to that matrix, and then after gas coming outside will be considered. Suppose initially temperature 350 degrees Celsius and then after 130 degrees Celsius is there, okay. Then after air we are just passing, that air is absorb the heat from that matrix, okay, and then after leave from that matrix, okay. That is our regenerator type heat exchanger. Now classification according to flow arrangement. So first is parallel flow heat exchanger. In parallel flow heat exchanger, it means what? The hot fluid and cold fluid both having a same direction. Okay, at that time heat transfer take place between them. That is called parallel flow heat exchanger. Okay, now you can see here. That is our, we are just consider 90 Fahrenheit is there. It means hot fluid is there, and 70 Fahrenheit. It means your cold fluid is there. Now both having the same direction. You can see here. Both having the same direction. Then after cold fluid will be leave here, and that will be go, okay, hot fluid, and that will be cold, it becomes a cold. Okay, so heat transfer take place between that hot fluid and cold fluid, and both having the same direction. At that time heat transfer take place, that is called parallel flow heat exchanger. Now you can see that is your temperature versus length diagram of area diagram is your temperature versus area. Okay, now 90 Fahrenheit to it temperature will be drop, okay, 82 degrees LT2 Fahrenheit is there. Similarly here 70 its temperature is rise 78 Fahrenheit. Okay, both having a same direction, so that direction will be considered both having a same direction. So that is your inlet of the hot fluid and cold fluid, and that will be your outlet of the hot fluid and cold fluid. Okay, now another way, another classification according to flow arrangement, counter flow heat exchanger. In counter flow heat exchanger, the both fluid having a opposite direction. It means hot fluid and cold fluid both having a opposite direction. So you can see here, we can just consider that is our hot fluid is 90 Fahrenheit, okay, and that is a 70 Fahrenheit cold fluid is there. Okay, so now you can see here that hot fluid is this direction and cold fluid having a this direction, so both having a opposite direction, and that at that time heat transfer take place between them. That is called as a counter flow heat exchanger. That is a TS temperature versus length diagram. Okay, in this diagram you can see a 90 Fahrenheit and 78 Fahrenheit is there. Okay, so that is your 90 Fahrenheit inlet temperature of the hot fluid, and 82 Fahrenheit is the outlet temperature of the hot fluid, and here 70 inlet temperature of the cold fluid, and 78 it's a outlet temperature of the cold fluid. Okay, and both having opposite direction. You can see this is your cold fluid direction and this will be your hot fluid direction. Okay, it means both having opposite direction. At the time heat transfer take place between time, that is called counterflow heat exchanger. Now cross flow heat exchanger according to flow arrangement. Okay, so cross flow heat exchanger, it means what? Okay, though we are just consider okay, we have a hot fluid as a water is there here. We are just consider hot fluid as a water is there. Okay, and then after cold fluid we are just consider as a air. Okay, so now hot fluid and cold fluid both are perpendicular to each other. You can see here the direction of the that will be a hot fluid is there. Okay, and that will be a direction of the cold fluid is there. So both are perpendicular to each other. Okay, at the time heat transfer take place between them, that is called as a cross flow heat exchanger. We can also consider radiator, automobile radiator is also cross flow type heat exchanger. Okay. Okay. Now we discuss about the third classification. Okay, according to flow arrangement, we are just or construction, we are just consider heat exchanger will be classified. So we are just consider cell and tube type heat exchanger. In cell and tube heat exchanger. In cell and tube heat exchanger, one of the fluid flow through the bundle of tube which is enclosed by the cell. So here bundle of tube is there. You can see here, and which is enclosed by the this is your cell side is there. This is your cell is there. That is your cell is there, and inside the bundle of the tube is there. Inside will be fluid is there, and other fluid is forced through the cell side. Okay, and it flow over the outside surface of the tube. Okay, so inside will be tube is there, bundle of tube is there, inside the fluid will be passing inside the that tube is there. Okay, and then after cell side we are just flowing the fluid, and the heat transfer take place between that cell side fluid and tube side fluid. That is called cell and tube heat exchanger. You can see here this is a cell side. Okay, cell side fluid in is there here, and cell side fluid is out is there. Okay, tube side fluid is in and tube side fluid is out is there. Okay, so tube side fluid will be passing here to here, inside will be there, and then after it will be outside. Similar way cell side we are just applying and it will be flow inside the, and heat transfer take place between that tube side fluid and cell side fluid. Okay, that is called cell and tube heat exchanger. Now coil type heat exchanger. In coil type heat exchanger you can see here one coil is there. Okay, so inside the coil hot fluid will be inlet. Okay, so hot fluid will be passing through that coil side. Okay, and then after cold air is inlet to the below side of the coil. Okay, so heat transfer take place between that hot water and cold air. Okay, that is called coil type heat exchanger, because inside the coil hot water is there and outside cold air is there. So heat transfer take place between them. That is called coil type heat exchanger. Now another classification is plate type heat exchanger. So you can see here number of plate is there. This is a number of plate is there. Okay, first plate is that plate is front cover plate. Okay, and last plate is your back cover plate. Okay, and between that number of plate is there. You can see here that is front and that will be back is there. Number of plate is there. Okay, now you can see here two pipeline is there. One is blue and another is a red is there. Okay, so here blue side water is flow. Okay, and then after red side water is flow and blue side gas is flow. Okay, so heat transfer take place between that water and gas. Okay, which are at that time heat transfer take place between that fluid. Okay, with the help of that plate type heat exchanger, that is called plate type of heat exchanger. Okay, you can see here that will be a similar way here. Then after here will be the counter flow or parallel flow we can use. Okay, anyone will be considered here. Now last one is a tube fin and plate fin heat exchanger. First we discuss about the tube fin. Tube fin, it means what? Okay, fin means what? Okay, one type of the extended surface. It means we are just consider okay, tube is there. Tube is one more time it will be extended. It means your surface area of the tube will be increasing. Okay, and surface area if we are increasing, it means your heat transfer rate will be increasing. So that surface area increasing, that is called fin. that extended surface is called as a fin. Okay, so we are just increasing that tube fin. It means what? Okay, we are just extending the tube surface. So at the time heat transfer takes place between the hot fluid to cold fluid. Okay, so that is your tube side is there, it's a extended surface, and that will be your fin is there. Okay, so heat transfer takes place between that hot fluid to cold fluid, that is called tube fin heat exchanger, and that will be your plate fin heat exchanger. We are just consider that plate type. Okay, and inside will be extended surface here as a fin is there. Okay, we are just consider heat transfer take place between them, hot fluid and cold fluid, that is called plate fin type heat exchanger. Okay, we discuss about that whole classification of the heat exchanger. Okay, thank you.